All right. What's happening, Justin? Justin Gold Mines. What's happening, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? Good to see everybody checking in. Thanks for being here. Another night. We're going to be talking confidence some more. Um, and doing what we've been doing all week long, building every day. Thank you so much, Karma. Got you, huh? Thank you so much for that. Those well wishes for tomorrow's surgery. I appreciate that a lot. I really do. It's a I'm not a person that's ever really been injured and had to go through injury before. So surgery as an athlete was something that I never wanted to experience, and I made it through my whole athletic career without ever, needing any type of surgery. So tomorrow is that's a first for me, right? And it's not something that I ever wanted to be, experienced, but it is going to happen. And it is the topic of tonight's. It's not my shoulder. I'm having hernia surgery. So I'll go in. I'll have hernia surgery tomorrow, and the doctor said it'll basically keep me from being able to do like farm activities and whatnot for about a month. So that'll be different for me being kind of out of commission because I have not been out of commission, and I've been struggling with the idea of being out of commission and not being able to do, because I like doing. I like being able to do things. But I believe there's going to be a blessing in it for me as well. But it's the subject of tonight's talk, and really want to talk about the confidence to heal, and why, if we really kind of look at our lives, and if you've ever been through any kind of traumatic experience or through some kind of pain, physical pain or emotional pain, pain of any type, um, for me, I've had this injury, this hernia injury that I've been managing for a number of years, probably probably like 7 years. Um, so I've been managing it and wanting it for it to heal, and just kind of just managing my life and working around it, paying attention to it, always being mindful of it, not doing, certain things, not doing certain activities, not lifting a lot of super heavy weight, like not lifting. There's my daughter. Hey, Samantha, I love you. There's, not lifting a lot of super heavy weight because I'm being mindful of the fact that I had this injury, right? And so it's always been there, and I've been mindful of it, been trying to navigate it, making sure I wasn't going to injure myself or hurt it anymore. And truth be told, a part of me, there was a significant part of me that didn't, I never wanted to get surgery. I never wanted to get it addressed because it made me uncomfortable. When I talk about being an athlete and not being injured, that was a big deal to me. Like, I'm a person that as an athlete, I've never sat in a wheelchair, because that for me was something that as an athlete I never wanted to experience. I never even wanted to go near it. So I'm like, no, I'm not sitting in a wheelchair because I never want to be injured and have to be off the field. And so I was when I knew I was injured and I knew that this was there, I I really didn't want to go and have it, you know, treated. There was a part of me, if I'm being honest, I was afraid. I was afraid of a number of different things. And being completely honest, I am still, and I've been wrestling the last few days with the idea of being put under and being put to sleep. That makes me nervous. It's unsettling for me to think that there is going to be I'm going to be put into this induced sleep. And I understand the medication, and it is beneficial for them to work and I won't feel the pain. I understand it. I understand it mentally. See, we can understand going through the treatment process mentally, and there can still be an unnerving, an unsettling, a lack of comfort in the process. See, the truth is, I'm like, I, for this going into this year, I've been and I am very excited about this year, and I believed and I felt this drive and this push to get more of my gift and more of my talent into the world. I feel this need to serve. I feel compelled to serve. I want to bring it. I want to share. I want to do. And in the back of my mind, or somewhere maybe closer to the front of my mind, there was this thought. I feel that way because I know surgery is coming and I'm uncertain if I'm going to wake up after the fact. And if I'm being completely honest, the answer is yes. I am very much aware of mortality. I'm very much aware in every single day that it can be my last. Not just that day, not just tomorrow, but every single day. I'm aware of this. I am driven by the fact that there is a clock that is tipping down on my life, and I don't know when the game is going to be over. I don't know when the game is going to hit the double zeros. I don't know. None of us really know when our time is going to be called. I live this way, not in fear, but in respect of time. That we don't know how much time we get. And it's just, it brings this procedure that's happening tomorrow has brought it to the forefront of my mind that at any given moment we could go to sleep and it can be our last sleep. And so for me, yeah, there was an element of feeling uncertain. And in my prayers have been, Father, please, I don't want to be finished with my assignment yet. Please grant me more time even after tomorrow's surgery. But at the same time, I'm like, I want to get as much into the earth between now and then. Right? I posted and I shared today that I launched the podcast, right? Leading in Love. Launched the podcast. Episode number 1 today. Right? I finished it before the new year and going through the process, and finally, it launched today. And so if you haven't checked out Leading in Love, just go to www.leadinginlove.com and check out the podcast, first episode. Thank you so much, Raquel. And so as we go through, we sometimes can know that we are injured. We can know that we are hurting. And yet, at the same time, be lacking in confidence, have a sense, a confidence, again, meaning having trust. With trust, we can know that we know that we're hurting and still be uncertain about moving forward with trust. There's an uncertainty about the process, right? You've been through some things, you've been hurt, you've been carrying around heart wounds, but yet when it comes down to putting yourself in a situation where you can perhaps, move into a place of healing and being able to repair, there's still some lack of trust. See, what I know, just being honest, is that there are some places in my life that I carried around the heart wounds because I didn't know if I could trust moving into what would be a healthy relationship. Right? I didn't know if I could trust the next person because you're carrying around the heart wounds. You didn't know if you could trust the person that looked like this because the last time the person that looked like this, it ended up in a situation that hurt you. Don't know if you could trust someone or some job or some boss or somebody because of the complexion of their skin, right? There can be a lack of trust for lots of different reasons because of the heart wounds and the experience that you're carrying. You say, I know I want to move forward in life, but what is behind me is still holding me. See, I know physically what was behind me. The injury happened 7 years ago. But the injury, the moment of injury has still been with me up until this moment, even until tomorrow. But tomorrow, I'll lay down and I'll say, okay, I'm ready to surrender, right? I have to surrender this situation. I'm going to surrender this injury that I've been holding on to for quite some time in order to, so that I can move forward with the rest of my life with the possibility of becoming healed and becoming strong and operating to the fullness of my capacity again. See, there's some, not that I want to really do this anymore, but there is some weight that I won't pick up. Right now, there's some weight that I won't pick up because in my mind, I'm like, I have a hernia, so I'm not going to load the bar up and lift a certain amount of weight. And I say that to say this, there are some opportunities in your life that you won't pick up because of the injury of your past. You're not confident that you can pick up this situation, you can pick up this new situation, you can pick up this new opportunity because of the injury in your past. And even though you might not talk about it and you might feel like, and it might, people might look at you and they might say, wow, you look like you could do it. And in your mind, but I still have an injury. I have an unresolved injury. See, I know that I could put a certain amount of weight on a barbell and I could go deadlift it or I could go bench press it. But in my mind, I'm thinking, will I contract my muscles? Will I focus down so hard that it causes something to happen with this hernia that causes a greater injury? So you start thinking about it. You're like, I know I could start this relationship with this person, but, and that's where the issue is right there. Those three letters. But I know as I move towards this person, I'm still thinking about that other person and what happened before. And I might be still carrying some of the baggage of my injury. I might still be wounded. And so tonight, I just wanted to talk about really game planning and thinking through the confidence needed to heal. The confidence that you actually need, that there is a point. If you're going to have confidence, every time we hear the word, we might as well just think trust. If I'm going to move forward, I'm going to have to trust someone. I'm going to have to trust something. There is going to have to be a new level of trust infused into my life so that I can move into this new situation after the pain. The pain has happened. The injury has happened. So now, in order for us to move into life more abundantly, we have to, at some point, trust. So I'm going to go to the doctor tomorrow, and they're going to do a procedure on me. They're going to operate. But get this, my daughter, she's watching now. She said she's asked me questions. So, Daddy, what's the name of your doctor? Where are you going to be? And so she's getting the scoop, right? She wants to know. She wants to know the information. So I'm telling her who the doctor is, and and all that kind of stuff. Within a matter of it would seem to be less than 10 minutes, she comes back to me and she's running it down to me. So, Dad, it looks like he graduated from here, and this is where he's been, and this is how long he's been doing this work. And she had his whole bio. She knew everywhere that he worked. She knew what he was board certified. She said he's board certified, right? So she's going through and she's getting the whole rundown on him. Why? Because her dad is going in to have surgery. I'm going in to have hernia surgery. And she wants to know, how good is this person that is going to be operating on my dad? That was amazing. She messed around and called his office. Now, mind you, my daughter is 15. she called his office. I don't know what she was going to say, but she tried. She called his office. I was like, okay, all right. She's for real about this. She needed to know, hey, my dad is coming in there. I need to know that things are going to be okay. You're working with my dad. See, she wanted to know. She wanted to make sure. She wanted to have confidence. She wanted to be able to trust that this person was going to be able to get the job done and her dad was coming out. Which goes to this. What goes to this point. When you are in a place when you are dealing with an injury, you're dealing with pain, but you know you want to move forward, it's a good thing to have some people around you that care. It's some people, it's a good thing, right? Here we go. It's a good thing when you want to move into the relationship, that new relationship. Tomorrow, I'm going to have a relationship with a doctor. That person is going to relate to my body. They're going to do surgery on me. That's going to be our relationship. That I'm going to be there, sleep, knocked out. They're going to be doing surgery. So we're going to have a relationship in that moment. It's a good thing in that moment that you have some gatekeepers. Don't just go see. Back in the day, we used to have, right? You're going to go talk to a girl. You don't just go talk to her. Oh no, that's not how it worked. Back in the day, I had to when I wanted to talk. The very first girl I ever wanted to go on a date with, I'll never forget it. Wanted to go on my first date. We were going to go to Chuck E. Cheese, right? I was like, I don't know, 14, 15, somewhere like that. I'm going on a date to Chuck E. Cheese. And so here's how I was trained. I want to go on this date to Chuck E. Cheese. My dad said, okay, you go ask her dad, can she go to Chuck E. Cheese? It's not about talking to her. I was taught that you have to have some gatekeepers. You have to address the gatekeeper. Why? So that then the gatekeeper can authorize it and the gatekeeper has confidence. And then the young lady has confidence. When I called her house, I had to say, hello, Mrs. And I'm not going to say her name, the mom's name. May I speak with your daughter? This is Brian Shepherd. See, I had to do some things to convey confidence. My daughter, she said, okay, this person's going to be working with my dad. I need to have some confidence. I need to do some gatekeeping. When you want to move forward into the new relationship after there has been pain, or even before there is pain, but when you want to move into the new relationship with confidence, you want to have some gatekeepers. Don't just authorize people to come into your life just because they talk to you and they hit you with some nice words and it's some good game and it sounds good. It's all the good ear candy. Nah. You're too emotionally, your emotions are too close to the situation. You need somebody who's not as emotionally charged, where they say, hold on, let me ask a few questions. Yeah. You want to go out with my girlfriend? Hold on, let me know something about you first. You want to, you want to hire them? Let me know something about, like, you want to have some gatekeepers so that you can move forward with confidence, especially after you've been hurt. See, even before my daughter started doing her research, I was doing my research. I asked the nurse practitioner that initially saw me. I was like, "So can you tell me about the doctor?" Why? Because I was afraid. I was nervous. I said, "So can you tell me about this doctor that's going to be doing the surgery?" So she said, "Oh, he works with bodybuilders. He's done thousands of these. I recommend everyone to him." Why? I wanted to build confidence. I wanted to know about him. When I met the doctor, first thing I said to him is, "Hey, doc, I heard you're the best." His response to me, "I am." I said, "That's good for me." That's what I needed to know. I wanted to know that he thought himself to be the best. Confidence. And so as I'm working through the mental process of being knocked out, having someone stick straws into my stomach so they can spread mesh. He explained it to me. I'm gonna put some holes in your stomach. I'm gonna, go down and we're gonna cover the hole that's in your in where your hernia is. We're gonna put some mesh over top. So he's explaining it to me. It's still a little unnerving. I don't like the idea of being knocked out. I don't like the idea of taking Tylenol, let alone being knocked out. But the point is, at some point, in order to move forward with my life, in order for me to become strong, the way that I want to be strong, to live my life without having the uncertainty of the pain, I have to surrender my life to the healing process. I can't hold on to the injury and the pain and be healed. So there has to be a decision made. And perhaps, let me just say this. Perhaps it's not your pain. Perhaps you're the gatekeeper helping someone through their pain. See, as the gatekeeper, as the person that cares, you begin to be the eyes and the ears and the hands that are serving the trust that's needed in this situation so that the person can surrender. There's a message that I gave once, and it was called surrender to victory, which seems like a contradiction, but it's not. Sometimes we have to let go in order to gain. Sometimes we have to release something in order to receive something. See, as a massage therapist, with a background in massage therapy, people would they would enter my treatment room and they're carrying stress. They're carrying a heavy load. They're carrying a burden. They're carrying emotional unrest and anxiety, and they would bring that into the room. Then they would lay down. They would disrobe, take off garments. They would have to, sometimes we have to take off the layers that are covering up, and they would lay down on the massage table. They would cover themselves up with the sheet and the blanket, and I would make sure the temperature was right. I would create an atmosphere, a healing atmosphere, and they're in there, and then they could start settling into the healing process, where an exchange was going to be made, where they could leave the stress, they could leave the anxiety, they could leave that there, and I would help them, and we would work together and facilitate peace into their being. It's an exchange. I have to let something go in order to receive. You can't get rid of stress and hold on to the stress. You can't heal from the pain and live in that moment and live in the moment and keep rehearsing the moment when the pain happens. See, sometimes we have to go back and we have to face the situation. We have to see it. We have to talk through it. And then we have to just begin getting into an atmosphere where we begin to heal. And perhaps for some people, that's a matter of prayer. Perhaps it's counseling. Perhaps it's a little bit of both. Perhaps it's being in a situation and changing our environment where we get into a healthier environment. Perhaps we are reliving the memories because we're staying too close to the place where the trauma happened. See, all this stuff helps us to build the confidence to heal. When I injured myself, I know where I was. I was in the gym. I was doing deadlifts and I had on a lot of weight. It was, a lot of weight. And I injured myself. And I knew that I would never heal if I continued along that path. I had to change my mental environment. I had to get away from the ego of wanting to, of being infatuated with how many plates I could put on the bar and how strong I could be and what my numbers were. I had to move away from that to a different kind of training. I could still go to the gym. I could still exercise. I didn't need to do that. Sometimes we need to move away from that caused the injury so that we can heal. It's a matter of changing the environment. And you have to surrender to it. You have to get to a place where you say, all right, I'm no less of a man because I'm not deadlifting 500 pounds. I'm not less of a man. I'm actually I'm being more of the man that I desire to be, because now I'm not allowing my ego to drive me into actions that are going to harm me. That's part of the healing process. You're not less of a person because you stop doing that action. You're not less of a woman because you stop answering the phone just because you've been convenient to somebody and they call you when it's convenient. We sometimes call that the booty call. You're not less of a woman because you stop answering and they stop calling. That doesn't make you less of a woman. You're actually becoming more of the woman that you really desired to be. That woman of value, you're her because you're not answering the call just because it's 2 a.m. and they're bored. You're becoming the woman of virtue and standards that you desire to be. See, we have to think about it differently. Just because, right, just because your DMs might be a little dry, just because your text messages might not be blowing up, that's okay. Perhaps you're leaving out of an environment that wasn't really healthy for you anymore anyway. Maybe it wasn't healthy from the jump, and you need it to be. You need your phone not to be blowing up. Perhaps you need to go through your phone. And this is one of the things when I'm coaching the ladies that I work with. I'm like, listen, let's go through your phone and let's delete everyone in your phone that is not for you. I had one woman, she had like 2,000 contacts. I said, here's what we're going to do first, and you all can go do this after. Go through your phone. Delete everyone that you know is not for you. So she deletes everybody. I said, start deleting people that when they text you or they call you, you question them. I was like, delete those people. So she starts deleting all these lists of people. Delete these people that are just there taking up space, people that you never contact and all. I said, start deleting all those people, right? Because she had too much clutter in her life, too much emotional clutter. Couldn't heal. Seeing all the same names of people she used to run with. No. Get rid of those people that you used to run with. So her phone contact list went from like 2,000 down to like 300. And she told me, she said, my phone is so dry right now. Those are her words. My phone is so dry. And I said, oh, well, see, here's what it is. Your phone is dry, but those 300 people that are there now, they are 100% for you. You don't have to worry when the message comes through from one of them because they are 100% for you. These are the people that you'll heal with. Those other people, they're going to give you a little bit of healing, maybe a little bit of good, but they're going to give you a little bit of their stuff too. I think about this, and this is me, as it being in the Garden of Eden. It says, don't eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Here's the kicker. It wasn't just a tree of the knowledge of evil. It was good and evil. See, you don't, when someone is just flat out evil, here's a little note. When something is just flat out evil, we know to stay away from it. It's those people that have a little bit of good with a little bit of evil. Those are the tricky ones because they give you a little good and then they're going to poison your drink too. And so that's the situation that you got to be careful for. The knowledge of good and evil, that's where you got to be careful. That's the ones that'll get you. And so here's what you do. You become very clear. Either you are for me or you are against me. Either you are helping me heal or you're hurting me. Either you're hot or you're cold. But what I will not do, and this is the language that we want to use, what I will not do is be in this warm place. I'm not going to do lukewarm. And so this is how you overcome the insecurities in relationships. You have to become very clear. You can't a few years back, there was that 50 Shades of Gray, which it was like wildly popular. But get this, if you are dealing in shades of gray, that means you're not dealing in the absolute of yes or no. You're not dealing in the absolutes of black and white. No, that means you got a little mix of things going on. You don't want that. A mix of things means that you are going to have two different minds in you. You're going to have black and you're going to have white, and it gets mixed in gray. A person that has two different things, if you're thinking left and right at the same time, you know what you have? You have confusion, because CON means with and fusion means to join together. So if you have left and right and you're trying to bring them together, you have with fusion. You're trying to join these things together with fusion that don't go together. Left and right don't go together. They have opposite assignments. And that will make you insecure. Having a left and right mindset at the same time will make you insecure. Having a hot and cold mindset at the same time will make you insecure. Insecure means I am lacking confidence. Lacking confidence means I am not operating with trust. A double-minded person is unstable in all of their ways. If you're double-minded, you are going to be an unstable person, an insecure person. So you want to bring security? Get absolute. Make people, make yourself make an absolute choice about people. Stop this lukewarm thing where you're kind of letting people that you know are not good for you hang around your life. They're not the people that are going to help you heal. Sometimes we're hanging around the very person that is harming us, expecting for them to heal us. No. Mm-mm. I'm going to the doctor tomorrow. That doctor was not a part of the injury process, but he is going to be a part of the healing process. Think about it. How many people actually get operated on by the very person that just beat them up and hurt them? You got to get into a different situation. You need to get into a different environment where those people have become, they're aware of their assignment. They're aware of their assignment. They say, okay, I know the doctor tonight is thinking, tomorrow, 1 o'clock, Shepherd's coming in. What am I going to do? I have hernia surgery on Shepherd tomorrow at 1. I know that that doctor is thinking about me. I believe that that doctor is thinking about what he needs to do to help me heal. That doctor wants to be on. I'm speaking into the doctor's life right now. That doctor wants to be on. He's probably resting right now because he wants to be his best self because he has an assignment, right? Check this out. That doctor is invested in helping me heal. Why? Because if he's not, it can cost him his life. It can cost him his home. If he's just flying off the handle, just doing some stuff, oh, he might kill me. But guess what? My daughter, the one that called and did all the checking, oh, she's gonna come and get him. She's gonna be filing lawsuits. She's gonna be like, oh no, you, my dad paid with his life because you malpractice, because you weren't doing the right thing. Um, you're gonna pay. She'll go get a lawyer. So understand this. You want to have in your healing process, you want to get around some people that are invested in you doing well. You want to get around someone that's invested in you growing. And I mean this in like right now, you might be financially hurt. You might be in a financial place of injury. Don't just accept everybody. Get yourself a coach, a mentor, somebody that you probably pay, because I'm paying this person tomorrow to serve me. Get somebody in your life that you would pay, that then they say, I want you to do well because you paid me. Get somebody like that in your life. Stop letting free people into your life, because when you let a whole lot of free people into your life that you wouldn't pay for their service, you know what you're going to get? You're going to get free work. Think about that. Like, you might be thinking like, Brian, what are you talking about? Who is so good in your life right now? How many of your friends and your companions and people in your life are so good at loving you and caring for you that you would actually pay them because they're that good of a friend? Like, I will pay you to be my friend because you are so good at being my friend. See, I'm going to pay this doctor who said, I am the best. I'm going to pay you to do the most intimate work in my life. I'm going to pay you to put holes in my stomach so that you can fix a wound that nobody even can see. Like, this is like, I'm sure this is a little different, but think about it. You find yourself a coach, you find yourself a mentor, you find yourself someone you say, no, 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 listen, my finances are jacked up. Or, I've tried to start businesses before and they failed. Or I can't start a healthy relationship to save my life. I need you to help me so that the next relationship is not the next failed relationship. You want to move forward in life? Find somebody you value that much. I'm saying this from a person who pays to have mentors. I pay to be in a class. I pay to get instruction. I pay to develop. I didn't just roll out of bed one day and say, oh, I'm a massage therapist. No, I paid someone to teach me how to become a professional toucher. I paid for someone to teach me how to actually use my hands to heal the lives of other people. I had hands before I met them, but they showed me how to become a master in the art of touching someone's life, someone's body. Like your life is worth that. What's inside of you? Remember, I tell you every night, I know that I'm on this earth to help people discover and deliver the gift that is within them. So, what's inside of you is worth the investment of you learning and so that you can be your full self when you show up. So that you can be your most healthy and strong self in that next relationship, in that business idea, in whatever you do as a parent, as a spouse. Like, go get I want to be a good husband coach. I want to be a good wife coach, a good mom coach, good dad coach, whatever. I want to learn how to bake cookies better. Get some help. It's okay. You're healing this process. You want to be confident in that. You want to be confident when people are handling your life and they're touching your life. You want to be confident that they have clean hands and a pure heart. Like that they're not there implanting something that's going to harm you later into your life. That they are fully invested in seeing you be well. Like that's the reason for this. Like I'm praying tomorrow, I go have surgery. God bless me, go underneath the medication, be knocked out, and God, please wake me up. That's my prayer. I pray that the person, the anesthesiologist, is on their best game. I pray that the doctor's hands on his best game. I want everybody on their best tomorrow. Like be your best. I want you to show out. This is a different kind of confidence. This is a different conversation for a different day. But I want them to be the best. Do you think no, I want them to be the best. This is why I encourage you. Oh, be the best in what you do. I might mess around tomorrow, walk in and say, listen, doc, I need you at your best because there are some people that love me. There's some people that we connect at night and we talk throughout the course of the day. And they want me to come back, doc. Be on your game. Right? Listen, I need them to know. I'm like, no, there's some people. Like, I need to be able to send out a message or do a video after this procedure is over. So I need y'all to put me to sleep. I need y'all to wake me up. I need you all in. I need you to find this moment right now while you're working on this body. Right? Like I need that. I might high five them going in. Like y'all go ahead and be special today. Be special. But this is why we have to heal. This is why we need to heal. Because the best of us wants to live. The best of our strength wants to live. I believe tomorrow is the beginning of the strongest days of my life from tomorrow forward. I believe that begins my next chapter and the strongest days of my life. Why? Because I will no longer be just operating with an injury that is unresolved. Think about that. Come on now, watch this. You've been operating, this is for somebody. You've been operating all this time with an injury and pain, and you've been getting by. Imagine what you are going to be when you are healed. You're like, wait a second, I've been operating broken and I was able to pull this off. Just imagine who you are going to be, what you are going to look like when you are healed and you are operating. You're going to be able to operate as a healed person with the mindset of a person that was so strong they could operate broken. I'm like, listen, I was strong, broken. Look out. I was serving broken. Look out. Because now who I'm about to be, knowing that I had the strength to carry injury for 7 years, and now I'm about to be healed. Now the healing process begins. So I'm bringing all of that to the table into my new season of healing. Who am I? Come on now. I just want you to get a picture of that. Like, wait. I was operating broken and now I'm healing. I'm becoming stronger where I was just managing pain and injury before. Oh, you don't even know the dreams that are yet to be birthed in your life. You don't even you haven't even seen the best of your visions yet. You haven't seen the best of yourself, because the best of yourself is not flowing out of the brokenness. Not yet. No. There's some healing because there's some energy, there's some ideas, there's some stuff in your life that has been seeping out of the broken places. But now that you are going to heal, those broken places are going to be sealed. And so the energy and the thoughts that you would have had that are just working their way out through the cracks, the energy and the thoughts that have just been escaping you because you can't get good sleep at night, oh, that stuff is not going to be fading out through those cracks anymore. Hello, welcome to your new season. It's going to be the best season of your life. It's time for you to step into your healing season with confidence. That's it. That's it. That's what we showed up for tonight. Some of us needed to know that. I needed to hear it just as much as you needed to hear it. I didn't rehearse it. It just came. So guess what? This is for us. This is for us. Whatever that means for your life, just apply it. Like don't waste it. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. Because there's something on the other side. There's going to be a surgery tomorrow. They're going to go into my being. There's a surgery going to happen tomorrow. There's a surgery that's happening right now. We have to go into our beings to say, no, got to handle that. Got to handle that. I need to heal right there. There's some stuff on the inside I need to heal. I need that place healed. So, boom, there we go. We don't even have to talk about it much more. I'm going to pack a bag so I can get ready to go get a surgery. But if that message that we just got was for you, like I know it was for me, first of all, go ahead and get excited. Get excited. Because this is happening in real time. You all are going to be able to, in one sense, be a part of watching me heal. Physically, yes. And whatever else that means for my life. Right? I'm not just posting on social media. No, I'm going into surgery. And y'all know after surgery, I'm going to be down. Which means it's going to be more mental for me than it has been ever before in my life. I've never been out of commission where I was not physically able to do. So here's what I'm going to tell you right now what I'm believing for. I am believing that the God that I serve, that I believe in, is going to give me thoughts and ideas and plans and structures and ways to serve that I've never seen before, because I'm going to be in a position where I'm not going to be able to be active. So I believe God's going to do something for me so that I could better serve you. That's what I believe wholeheartedly. You don't have to believe what I believe, But that's what I believe. I believe God is going to say, now watch this. Because you can't be busy, I'm going to have your attention and I'm going to share some stuff into your heart. So I'm believing for a blessing after the blade. Just made that up. A blessing after the blade. After they cut me, I'm believing for a blessing after that. What about you? What do you need to go through to heal in order to see what's on the other side? Whatever that means. Maybe finding a quiet place. Maybe deleting some people out of your phone. Maybe unfollowing some people on social media. You got to make the cut in order to do the healing. They're not allowing me to walk in as I am right now and walk out the same way. They are going to cut me. As an athlete, what I know is that we would do tryouts to make the team. And for those that didn't qualify, the coach would say, sorry, you got cut. Here for you says that's a new book, Blessings After the Blade. Maybe. But the coach would say, you didn't make the team. You didn't make the cut. In order for us to live well and healthy and strong, there are some people that need to be cut. There are some habits that need to be cut. There are some thoughts that need to be cut. We got to make some cuts. In order for me to be healed, there's some areas of my physical being that need to be cut. I ran away from it for a long time. I avoided it for a long time. But now I get to heal. So just ask yourself, how long have you been running from the cut and holding on to the pain? Just think about it. The pain is keeping you from life more abundantly. So you got to make a choice. I say this, since I'm going under the knife and after tomorrow is going to be a new day, why don't we just go together? Well, like, I'm going, you're here. Why don't we just go together? Why don't we just bring those situations? Why don't we just say, listen, I might as well, because guess what? Brian's getting cut anyway. I might as well go with him. I might as well start making some cuts, because guess what? If we're going to be cut, we might as well all be going through the healing process together, because guess what? A community creates strength. Josh Andrews, I appreciate you. Thanks so much. So let me pray. Right? You know my disclaimer. You do not have to believe what I believe. I want to just share a blessing with you that I call prayer, where I have the opportunity to speak words of life, words of encouragement over your life, into your hearing. And I'll be talking to the God that I believe in. You don't have to believe the God that I believe in. But I believe. And so just please, if you are able to vibe with me and you enjoy the messages that I share or encouragement that I share, you might as well stay for this part too. Trust me, it's not going to be negative. So let me just pray for you and bless you, if you don't mind, and we can wrap up. So Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for everyone that is here and those that will be viewing this session and this time together, even at a later date. Thank you for this message of life. Thank you for the encouragement that I found in it. And I thank you for the encouragement that I believe others found in it as well. Thank you for this time of change. Thank you for this season of healing. Thank you for the surrender to victory. Thank you for us making a decision to let go of the pain, to let go of the hurt so that we can move into a day of healing, so that we can move into our greatest strength. Thank you. Thank you for granting us this opportunity to make a decision. And I thank you for what's going to happen on the other side. I thank you for that there is another side that we get to go to, that we get to choose to go to, that we don't have to remain where we are, but we get to go to the other side. So thank you for that. I pray blessings upon each and every one, especially those right now that are saying, listen, I know I need this cut in my life. I need to make some cuts, but I don't know if I'm strong enough. I pray that you would bless them with strength, just an unusual amount of strength that they can do something bold and courageous and move forward to save their lives. I pray for an abundance of strength. I pray for an abundance of confidence that they may trust in healing, that they may believe that healing is for them, that they may believe that they do not have to be subject to hurt and pain for the rest of their lives, but they can be healed and set free from the very thing that's been holding them all this time. Whether it's been a day, whether it's been years, I pray for healing. Peace where there has been chaos. I pray for comfort where it has been lacking. I pray for love to abound where there's been fear. I pray that tonight would be a life-changing moment for someone, for many someones. And I pray that as we move forward, that miracles would be produced all over the place, that we would hear stories of how tonight and the days to follow have marked a significant change and that life is no longer the way that it used to be. I pray for someone to see the breaking of a new day beginning right now, that their hope would be built, not on some shifting sand, but on the solid rock and a solid foundation. I pray that your kingdom would come and your will would be done on earth as it is in heaven. I thank you in advance for doing it. Thank you in advance for the blessings that are going to flow even as we align with purpose and healing. Thank you for these moments. And I pray blessings on each one as we go our separate ways, as we come back together at an appointed time. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. Thanks, everybody, for being here. I appreciate you. I appreciate all your well wishes for tomorrow. I receive them and they mean a lot to me. And so, like I said, I'm going to try to go live, not try. Given the opportunity, I'm going live tomorrow morning at some point just to check in and to keep our connection alive. I told you we're going live every day, throughout this month and just building momentum for this year ahead, right? We're going to lay a foundation in this first month that'll carry us forward. So thank all of you for being here. I appreciate you all. Time to go, right? It's time for that. Time to take that next step confidently, right? So many blessings upon you all. I'm B.A. Shepherd, 2 P's A-R-D, reminding you to be a shepherd. The world has enough sheep. I love you much. See ya.